All right, we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I am King. Thank you for live stream today. Hopefully, you're having a fantastic Friday or Saturday, depending on where you are in the world. My coffee here. Just getting the game set up here. So there is an update for Beam Eye Tracker, so you can get that now. It's a beta version. So if you're interested in getting it, you might want to look at getting the update as well. So I haven't touched the update much. I configure it now. So uh, the few things that, well, I sort of configured a few things. Like if I have to write this, it has a profile functionality now.
All around the
So
world, farmers
I
know
don't.
farming isn't
I do
hard.
play a lot of games.
Like life
But
can be hard, and it can
I
be
haven't
surprising
really
too.
played a lot of different types of simulator games. I have to recalibrate this, I think.
But sometimes it's about being at the right
So you
place
could
at the
set
right
different
time.
profiles for different machines now in the new beta. So I could see that that might be advantageous for someone that might be playing two different simulator games. As an example, I know a lot of people in the farming simulator community play
A wise man once
American
said
Truck
that the best
Simulator,
lessons are
and they
learned under the
also
wide
play
open sky.
Farming Simulator or European Truck
I
Simulator.
think the same thing can be said
So
about our art.
you might want to
Yeah, it can
create
be
a
messy,
profile that's
but
different
it's
for
always
each
beautiful.
game. So you can do that now.
So beautiful it
Just
can
to
help
let
you
you
see
know.
yourself and the world in all new ways.
What else? Pa, 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 pa.
And the art
There's
of farming
probably some
is
other
sort of
things
as the
too.
canvas. The seeds are the paint,
See if I can find
and the
one that I
harvest
was using.
is the
I do set the
masterpiece.
system settings to balance. So there is a power saving option to reduce performance for best power efficiency. You can do that. High performance. By default, it's high performance. I bring it down just to save resources on my PC. I'm always
Hey,
saving
this is
resources.
pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty darn
Every
good.
little bit that I can gain, I can add
Is it
something else to my live
missing
stream in the
something?
future if I need to. So that's how I look at it. What else do we got in?
You're too cute to eat. Maybe some fresh spinach for a
Oh yeah,
change?
presence detection. I don't know if this was here all along. I'm actually trying it out. It's um I've got it turned on. It'll detect whether or not if I'm behind the camera or not. So during a live stream from time to time I do get up to get a cup of coffee or something like that, right? Um as you guys are aware, and I don't always jump to a break scene. Sometimes I want to spare you guys the break scene, so I will just simply just walk away. I'll just say, "Hey, I'm taking a break and grabbing a cup of coffee. I'll be right back." Unfortunately, when I step away from my computer, the camera goes all wackadoodle. So presence detection will lock it in place. So we won't have everything floating all over the place. Something like that is my understanding about that. So there's some other options in there, but for now, that's all that I'm going to turn on. Multi-screen pointer, enable to automatically move your mouse control to the screen that you are looking for best performance. Please ensure that the display shown on the camera placement setting. I guess you've got more than well, I probably understand that. If you've got 2 monitors side by side, right? It'll track between the 2 monitors is my understanding. I have 2 monitors, but I don't use both monitors for that purpose. I'm not trying to make a super monitor. I use, one monitor for my gameplay and the other monitor for my, live stream apps and looking stuff up and checking chat. So that's what that is for. But there are people that have 2 monitors or 3 monitors, 4 monitors. And, they can't buy one of those big giant super monitors, so they buy 2 monitors, put them side by side, and then they split the simulation between the 2 essentially. So I have seen that. It's kinda weird because there's, like, a little line in the middle, so it's not my thing, but I do know some people do that. So I'm assuming that that's for, uh, use the hotkey to jump. Apparently, they put some more hotkeys options in there, so I'm not entirely sure. Oh, advanced. I wonder if I can save it somehow. Your open beta setting. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna call it farming. I don't like your open beta setting. Call it farming simulator 25. You guys can't see this, but it is. Yeah, actually, maybe I can probably bring it up. Screen capture, I guess. What the hell? I'll just go ahead and do a window capture. Theme tracker. Let's select a window. Which one is it? Is that working? Oh, ah, that's weird. That's weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Hey, Michael, welcome in. Let's hit OK. I have no clue why it's that. That's weird. Maybe it doesn't like to be tracked. Maybe. Oh no, I might be doing the wrong one. Go ahead and delete this. Remove. Up, 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 game capture, application capture. I did a window capture though. Let me try game capture. Uh, Back. Grab that specific window. Yeah, this might be a bit better. Will this do it? I don't know. Nope. 32 degrees Fahrenheit and snowing. And I'm 23 years old today. Holy crow. Happy birthday, Michael. You're getting old. Or you're getting up there. No, you're still a young person. You can start saying that you're old when you hit like 35. That's what I would say. When you hit about 35, that's when you can start saying you're old if you want. But if you're in your 20s, you're like in your prime. Get to have all the fun. Uh, Not everybody will probably share my sentiment on that, but oh well. Why is it not capturing a window? Uh, yeah, I should try delete. Application audio, application. I should be able just to do that. It just doesn't like capturing it for some reason. Very weird. Just a big black box. Wonder if I reopen it. It does detect it, but it's having a problem rendering for some reason. Just try that. Now it pops up. Yeah, just doesn't like it for some reason. Weird. Is it just this window? What if I let's try something else. Let's bring this snipping tool. No, it's having a problem capturing any window. That is very weird. Wonder if I have to do a like a reinstall or file integrity check on OBS. Oh well. Everything is closed. Is it because you're getting some snow? Is that why it's like that? Wonder if I can do a browser capture. Uh, trying to think. What do let's try Notepad. That's fairly simple. That worked. Bring up a Notepad. Render that in. Close that out. Uh, I'll try the beam tracker again. Sure why it won't capture. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. I learned something. Capture method, you need to set it to Windows 10. You set it to automatic, it's gonna kill it. Doesn't defaulting to Windows 7. So there we go. Fantastic. All right. I need to get it on the vertical as well. Put it on that. I haven't done a there we go. Capture in a while. Just up just a wee bit on over here. Vertical. All right, so yeah, everybody, welcome in. Hi, Beam Tracker. Yeah, so this is beta, by the way. So, if you're on Steam, update. If you are buying from Beam Eye Tracker, I do not know, but you can get the update. Go ahead and install it. This is the piece that I think is interesting, the most. So you can edit this and save different profiles. So let's see here. Edit profile, import profile. You can import and export your profiles too, by the way, by the looks of it. You can duplicate it, right? So fantastic. I'm probably going to edit this one, call it Farming Simulator 25 Gaming. And you can even give it a description too. So see if this will, so it's up here. I can probably duplicate it, call it American Truck Simulator. And then if you want to change your profiles, you can do it in here. Where's my farming simulator one? Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Um, so if you do play different games and you set your settings up and your profiles differently, you can do that. And you can even export it, right? Import, export functionality right here. You can edit it, you can duplicate it, or you can trash it. So fantastic. A lot of people are probably happy with that. These are all the standard settings. I'm not sure if these have been changed or anything. I don't really change them that much, but I imagine if you are setting up different profiles for different games, this would have an impact on it. So free track 2.0 in there is enabled. Good to go. The recording productivity here. This is the multi-screen pointer option that I was talking about before. So if you have like two monitors side by side and you have this like epic simulator setup for American Truck Simulator, I usually mention that because usually I see those guys have like the side by side monitors and they're using both monitors as sort of their in-cab experience. It'll be able to track it between the two. So keep that in mind. Mouse jumping, I don't know what that is. Place your finger on the touchpad and start moving or use hotkeys. Mouse pointer will jump to the area that you are looking at. Note this function is only available for the camera. A presence detection. So I'm starting to use this one here. Presence detection. Um, like I was mentioning earlier in the live stream when I was explaining it, is that sometimes I get up and I go to grab a cup of coffee. I don't necessarily always want to put you guys on a break scene, right? Because sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just simply walk away. I'll just say, "Hey, I'm going to grab a cup of coffee." But if I'm in cab of my vehicle, it's going to go and do some very weird, wacky doodle thing. So this will time it out if it doesn't detect that I'm in the presence of the camera. So I don't know if this is going to work out for me, but I'm going to try it out. So there we go. Privacy filter and enable the area you are not looking at will in to protect your privacy. I don't really worry about that because I don't use my camera during my live streams. But if I did use my camera, I suppose I could do that. I can blur things out, I guess, dim it. Uh, so I'm not exactly sure how I would utilize that, but for the most part, don't I don't need it. I don't think. Not for me. There might be some people that might need it. I don't know how they would use it, but it's there anyways. So you can kind of like, like create a mask, right? You can go tunnel vision if you want, I guess. So anyways, that's there. I don't use it. Hotkeys. So these are the toggling tracker options. Alt X is an option. Um if you get the keys correctly, you can program it to your Stream Deck, which I have done. So I can actually hit a button and it will basically kind of, how do you say it? Just sort of stop moving or turn it off temporarily. Apparently this has more support. So I think you can program it to oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's programmed. I wonder if it's auto detecting the, I don't know. There's a plus sign. Add a hotkey assignment. So you're gonna have multiple keys added, I guess? Uh, open window tray. That would probably do. So, eh, if any of these options you need, these are your hotkeys basically, and you can program them or change them up. Um, if you're really smart with the Stream Deck, like I am, you can try to do a because there's a keybind setting in the Stream Deck where you can set a button to activate a key. If any of these options work, you could add them on. Or that's something else to show you guys in a moment. Uh, I'm gonna bring that up. I I don't think I really would like to get it, but it's way out of my price range. Unless for some reason I get like, I don't know, $500 worth in subscriptions or something from you guys and super chats coming out of nowhere. But like if I got like a ton of super chats out of the blue, I'll show you guys what I would like to get if I could. Um, but it ties into what I was talking about. Uh, where is it? Is it? I think this might be it. I need a full size picture though. Where's it? Oh, yeah, here. Can I just do a capture? I'll show you guys what I want to get or would like. It's like my dream thing, but it's like really expensive, like crazy. I can't really justify buying it for the amount of money. It's like it costs $500 for it. That's like, no, that's a little bit out of my price range. Especially considering what it is. But Here, I'll try to share it with you guys because it's we'll add this in. What are we gonna do? Do, 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 do. Window capture. Call it Snippy capture. Whoop, nope, wrong one. Well, that's the right one, but we'll go to this one. Ta-da! That's a better image. Okay, people over on vertical, be patient with me. I'll get you guys an image. Ta-da! There we go. So what this is, it's a $500 keyboard. Like I said, if I win the lottery or if I get like a whole whack of people like throwing me like a whole whack of super chats or subscriptions and something, and I get all the way up to like $500, like maybe even like, I don't know, close to like maybe, I don't know, $400 by chance, I would get one of these. But anyways, what this is, it's a keyboard by Elgato. And as you can see on the far right hand side, there's programmable buttons. So it's like basically a Stream Deck built into the keyboard, which I think is like fantastic. Now, granted, a lot of people, you can use it, streamers use it a lot, Stream Decks, but you can use it for other purposes too. Like I could see myself easily like playing World of Warcraft and programming one of the buttons for um I don't know, my hot bar, and then I can just hit the buttons on the side. So there's volume knobs on the top. You can, the top screen where it tells you the time, right? You can change that, right? All those buttons you saw on the far right side, you can change that. That's just a demo of what you're seeing there. But as you can see, that guy can open up Steam. He can open up Battle.net, Epic Games. He's got the temperature on there. He's got temperature and two for the CPU and GPU there. He's got, I guess, his own weather. He's got Twitch there. He's got what else? YouTube there. But all of those buttons can be changed. He can mute the headset, turn the headset on. I don't. That other top screen, I imagine, is a modifiable screen as well. So um, that would be like my dream thing, you know, literally. Just out of the blue. So if I win the lottery or something like that, or uh, whole whack of, I don't know, if super chats come in, or I get a whole whack of like memberships that get me all the way up there. I don't know. I would get one of these. It would be fantastic. But anyways, yay, the dream of all keyboards. Anyways, to my point, I'm just gonna minimize that, and then what you do, I gotta minimize this on my screen too. I'll keep that. I'll give you guys a link to that keyboard in case you guys want one. Maybe you guys have $500 or something, and you're like, "Damn it, I want that keyboard. I'm a millionaire. I'm gonna go buy one." If you do buy one, let me know. And let me know what you think of it. I think it's fantastic. Anyway, so you got your keybinds here, right? You could set those keybinds to those buttons on the Elgato side of the keyboard if you wanted, right? So that's what I'm trying to say, so that you don't have to move your hand. Like I do have two Steam Decks, Stream Deck, sorry. And I do have them programmed for the toggle tracker at least, at the very least. So, yeah. Um, let me think here. I'm gonna get pin a post here for both like probably the keyboard. Yeah, I'll probably send it. You guys know where the you guys probably know what the beam tracker is. See if I can get you guys a link for the keyboard in case you guys are like, "Da, da, da." This is a very long short. If I go pre-order, that's a long URL. It's at Corsair, by the way. Maybe I'll see if there's a YouTube talking about this. There's a like, review. There is one 2 weeks ago. Eh, subscribe to Corsair. I'm not subscribed to Corsair. I am. And they collaborated. Good boys. They collaborated. Elgato and Corsair collaborated on this video. All right, let's hit share. This will get me a toot toot. Galileo 100 SD Elgato Corsair keyboard. Check it out. I think I'll probably even post it. There we go. I'll post that to my channel. I'm gonna pin those. That pin pin this as well. There. Fantastic. All right. Um, Beam tracker. All right. So those are the key binds. What else? You've got your system section if you need to do your power management. You can do that here. This will use the power settings from your PC. I set it to balance. You can do high performance or power saving, whatever works for you. And then you've got support and feedback about. So let's just hit what's new. This update also adds more stability and customization options, smoother default profile for instant better feel, custom profiles, and can create and switch quickly expanded hotkeys, so there's that. New stabilization to reduce micro movement. Separate head eye settings for a steadier, finely tuned camera. So it's optimized the camera functionality as well, which probably will be good. I know for the most part, I've been fine using it. I know that the last live stream I did have like some bout of simulator sickness from it. Um, so maybe that might correct it. Usually it's because your body is trying to interpret what it's seeing on the screen. And if by chance the calibration is off, it can disorientate your mind or your thought process on it. Usually a quick fix to do that to fix that with the current non-beta version, just recalibrate. Most of the time, it's because you're either sitting differently in your chair, or you've shifted your chair to the side, or you pushed it back, or you're too far forward. Something has changed with how you were originally seated, and that's usually so. If you do a calibration, it'll refocus everything appropriately based on where you're sitting, stuff like that. Profiles we've already talked about, and I've got mine graded. So we'll do the setup guide. Been here. So if you do need a setup guide, there is one. Oh, actually, I guess you guys can't see this. Being tracker setup. Website. Here's another site you guys can check out. There you go. That's the setup guide, and that's what I'm seeing. I'm not going to pop up a window for that. Just jump back, track software. Yeah, so I think that's about it for now. Um, so we'll see if you need a more in-depth video on it. Um, uh, and I usually, you know, specifically the beam tracker itself. The farm sim guy has one. I'll get you guys the URL for his video. He's the guy that got me into using it. So he everybody probably knows the farm sim guy. Let's see if I can find his video. So sim oh yeah, here it is. This it? Yeah. Oh, and he's a partner for it too, by the way. So if you do buy it, um use his partner code farm guy. So check that out. I think I'll repost this or share this on my All right. Posted that up on my YouTube. I think that's pretty much all I need to talk about on the beam tracker. So we're just going to jump into gaming. Close out that. We'll close out that. There we go. See if there's any new content. Universal auto load. Nope. Also, my Discord. If you join my Discord, I have just recent, and this is also to people that are part of my Discord already. Just to let you guys know, I have already created a announcement section for Be My Tracker. So if there is any future changes to that app, there is a specific section in my Discord that you can check out and keep up to date. People that aren't familiar with my Discord, it's there. You guys can join. You're more than welcome to jump in. Keep update announcement updates for Farming Simulator 25 and Where Winds Where Winds Meet, Dune Awakening, World of Warcraft, iBeam Tracker, and I also have a content creator section for announcements too. So in that one, the content creator section contains announcement updates for Meld Studio, OBS, and I think a few other content creation tools that are available for content creators. So if you are having a hard time keeping up to date on what's new or what's coming out, you guys can check out the announcements there and um, have at it, I guess. All right. Let's jump into the game, I guess. This is the more fun part. Uh, don't want to update. Hit start. There we go. Um, sorta. Welcome in, Blakey Bear 02. Sorta. Not really, but sorta. I just covered basically the Be My tracker. So it was basically a bunch of technical chit chat about what is new and available in the Be My tracker. So that's what allows me to, track my head movement while I'm inside of the cab of the tractor. I also discussed the new keyboard. There's a pin comment at the top there of the chat for a keyboard, a Stream Deck keyboard by Corsair. So it's like a $500 keyboard. So I was kind of more or less geeking out on technology pretty much. But I am just getting into the game now. So, but welcome in. So if you're just here for the gaming and you're not here for the technical stuff, the technical stuff is out of the way and we're actually getting into the gaming aspect of it now. But how are you doing on your Saturday? I think it's still Saturday. I believe you're from Australia, if I'm not mistaken, if I recall correctly. I should be able to tell here. Yeah. Yeah, it's Saturday, where you're at. It's still Friday for me, so I'm doing quite well. It's been a very good day, so far. So I don't have anything to complain about really. So which is all good. It's always good to be in a good mood. And how's your farming simulator adventures going? What are you working on? Oh, thank you. Yes. I got at least about an hour and 30 minutes before it's like Saturday. And happy Saturday to you. Uh, I think it's like 7:26 p.m. your time, if I'm not mistaken, on a beautiful Saturday evening. Hmm. To be patient while this loads in here. We're going to be doing some logging too today, by the way, Blakey Bear. So the last live stream, I think you were around and you probably noticed that I was chopping down some trees. So those are down. I'm going to be loading them onto a truck. That is the plan. We'll probably be doing some other things too, most likely, during the live stream. Chocolate yet? No, I have not. Um, so that's going to take some time because part of the problem is it looks like the recipe requires cow milk, and I don't have a cow farm, so I will have to probably put down another cow farm somewhere, and I will need to get cow milk. I should still be able to make cake though, and I don't have cake made yet. Second Chance Gaming 3709, welcome in. Welcome to the Friday night live stream or Saturday night live stream, depending on where you are in the world. I do get a lot of New Zealanders and Aussies that usually pop in during my live stream. But we will be doing cake, I guess. Um and we're going to have to, sort of, I guess, delay the idea of getting chocolate put onto the farm, I guess. So, because I will need to put down a cow farm. So, that will be a future endeavor. I was actually caught off guard, to tell you the truth, Blakey, because I thought I could use my milk from my water buffalo, but it doesn't seem to be the case. It only wants dairy milk by the looks of it. So that caught me off guard. So, but I'm pretty sure I can still use it for what do you call it? Let me think here. For my cake. So I should be okay there. I've still got sugar being processed at the moment. So I kind of got a mix of everything that I need to work with, I guess. So we shall see. Once we get into the game, I think I'll just do a double check and just see where our productions are at. And I do have probably some potato chips I need to sell because we got potato chips. And I think we're in the month of January, so we're getting pretty close to having to, what do you call it? Start working on planting the field. I can make cheese. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can make cheese. So I should be okay with cheese. And I think there's two types of cheeses, to tell you the truth. I think there's mozzarella And mozzarella will only use water buffalo milk, so I will get some sort of cheese, but I think it can do both. So we will see. But the dairy, what it'll do is to create like crates of milk. So that milk will get, once it gets bottled up or jarred up, it will get put into the bakery. Okay, I think we're in the tractor here, or one of the tractors. Let's just pop out of that. Cabbage. There we go. Here's my setup. Have to go in here, I guess. So yeah, I got buffalo milk and I'm bottling it. So buffalo milk bottled. And we're making butter. And we got mozzarella. So mozzarella cheese uses buffalo milk only, as you can see down here. So if you've got a dairy farm, you won't be able to make mozzarella cheese. So just keep that in mind. You can make buffalo milk butter. You can see that. I don't have goats yet. You can make butter out of goat milk. What else? You got regular milk. That's the dairy milk. So that's deactivated. I can't make dairy milk butter. Oh, I apologize, Blakey. I cannot make regular cheese because you can see down here, it says just 3 regular milk. So that's dairy. So I cannot make this cheese because it's only for dairy. If we go to chocolate, as you can see, it says regular milk. So I cannot make that. You've got goat's milk. I don't have goats yet. I'm probably going to put goats down at some point, but not at the moment. We'll get there. We can do goat's cheese, and then this is just regular milk from a dairy farm. So, yeah, be careful if you want to do cheese and you want to do chocolate, make sure you put dairy cows down. Um, that's a good question. So I'll show. My problem is I don't got a lot of space. That's where my problem is. Um, but I will show you. The one thing I don't know is whether you can mix match cows though. Like could I get like if I sold like half of my water buffaloes, could I put like regular cows in? I never really thought about that. So you can make a small paddock. This does not give you cow. So you can do 85, I guess. I guess that wouldn't be too bad. Does it have like I don't really this is kind of a cow paddock. I don't see any milk distribution on that one. This one has milk and slurry, I think. This one's $254,000. So that one's pretty expensive. What about this one here? What is this, a cow paddock or? Yeah, it's just a cow paddock. So you're looking at about 254. 254. to do it. And then these jets get a little bit more expensive if you go to. I think I'm using this one for. Did this one? No, maybe this one. Oh, which one am I using? Oh, oh, that one. I think I'm using this one for my water buffalo. So it has a feeding robot, basically. Probably this one, actually, to tell you the truth. I wonder if I can. I wonder how many. What's the max capacity? I wonder if I'm using up like full capacity. That holds up 96 cows. I have about 14 million, but I've spent a lot of money and I don't have a lot of space. So I wonder if I can go. How many cows do I have? Chicken coop. I could probably sell. I have 191 cows. I don't, that's a lot of cows. I wonder if I can buy more cows. I could probably let me try buying cows. Tonight. I never even thought of it. Maybe I can mix match. Frick. I might be able to buy more. Ooh, I can. I can probably buy cows. I'm gonna buy mature cows though. I can only get 2 mature cows. That's not gonna make me a lot of milk, is it? So let's buy them. There, I got 2 cows in there. I wonder if I can sell some of these. I got about 191 of those. Um, Property is pretty expensive. Like this is $620,000. Field 107. So the properties are pretty expensive. 335. So gonna eat my money away. I think I'm probably gonna try selling maybe some of my cattle. How do I do that? Let's see. I'm gonna sell we got about I'll sell 100 or 80. Say 80. I'll sell 80 of my water buffalo. And then I'll buy 80. And I'm gonna get money for it too, so man, these guys are really expensive. Look at how much money I'm getting, or I could get. So 80 of these. That's about half my herd. So I will have her half Holstein and half water buffalo. So I'll buy 80. Now I'm making a profit because the thing is is I bought my water buffalo at 300, I think, or 200 a pop. So I've made a profit, which is good. I don't think I'm gonna do. Yeah, I just made a profit, I think. Okay. Maybe I'll do 6 months hold. I can probably save some money if I do that. Go. There. Alright. We got some cows now. So we have, yeah, so I'll be able to get regular milk and buffalo milk out of this. Hello, Mr. Cow. Or you're a buffalo. Oh, here's my new cows. There he is. That's a 6-month-old cow. So he'll need to go for another 6 months. And then he will be making milk, I guess. I got... Oh, hello. I've got a couple of adult cows, too. So that's a Holstein adult. That'll be producing milk now. So I have 2 adults and a bunch of juvenile 6-month. I have quite a few of these guys here. So in about 6 months, these guys will be doing it. So now you can make chocolate, or do you sugar with that? Yeah, I've got sugar. So eventually I'll have to get them to produce the milk first, and they'll start making milk. It'll take a bit of time, but we'll get there. Uh, let's go back to the main farm. So my mushroom farm. Here. Up, 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 up. So this is my sugar mill. Yeah, so I got sugar cane in there. And that's activated and it's being distributed. My bakery. We have milk coming in here. We got sugar. Butter. And then I've got eggs. I've been putting eggs in here. And I've got sugar coming in slowly, as you guys can see. So I probably won't be rice flour, but I got regular cake. So this needs flour, sugar, milk. Oh, maybe I do need the cow milk, because this just says milk, right? That might be a problem. Let me look here. I might be delayed. Buffalo milk. Yeah, buffalo milk looks different. And then you've got milk. So, yeah, my cake is going to be affected, in other words. Hmm. I'm glad. Blakey, you just saved me a headache. Because you brought this all up. So if we hadn't had this conversation, I probably wouldn't have bought those cows. and I would have been thinking my buffalo milk would be used for my cake, and that's not the case. So it looks like I'm definitely messed up here. Well, not anymore. I fixed it, right? Because we just bought the cows. But if it wasn't for you asking me these questions, I could have been 5 or 6 live streams down the road, and I may not have had cake or chocolate. Oh my god! All right, you just saved me a bunch of time and a headache. That's like a huge oversight on my part. All right, so you just saved me, dude. You saved me. Let's see. Is this all strapped down? Yes, it is. I hope it is. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go sell this stuff. Because I got a bunch of it. I got potato chips over there. So we'll get and I got bread to sell too. All right. So, all right. I feel better now. Feel better. This way. There we go. But at some point, I do want to put another dairy down, like another cow barn. So I will do that down the road. But for now, I want to start making the money that I have. So try to recoup because I spent a lot. I'm trying to get back up to 20 million, and I've spent a lot of money, and that has brought my money down. Been spending too much. So, time to sell stuff, basically. So we're going to do that right now. Some stuff. I'm probably not going to get up to 20 million with just this load here that's behind me. I may hit about maybe 100K, which isn't too bad. Here. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Go up the hill. I like selling at the market. It's just a little bit easier. I'm just going to go this way and just check to see how my grass is doing because I may have to cut the lawn. We're in January. Nope, probably don't have to cut. And I have all that lumber on the mountainside that we'll have to bring down. A bit of a mess, isn't it? Get up the hill. This is always a hard hill to get up. But cake, from what I understand, has always been a good profit item. I suppose all dairy items are pretty profitable too, so including the cheese. So getting that production up and running will definitely help me out quite a bit. Be happy about that. And then start recouping my money. Here's my train, everybody. Right-hand side. I put that down. It's gonna take me a while to get that going. Got lumber in here. Lumber mill. I'll probably need to put like sugar beets down. So I'm gonna probably do that at some point. For now, we're working on sugar cane. And then I probably will put some sugar beets down. Do that. But then, of course, that's another bunch of equipment, right? So you start a new crop and poof, something else to cause you expense. So we'll hang. I think what we'll do is I'm going to just sort of try to recoup my money. I'm going to get back up a bit. And then over here, I got like stuff that I can pick up too. That needs to be sold. So I'm going to just drag this in and sell this. And then I'm going to sell the furniture. I've got furniture waiting, by the way, guys. So that'll be next on the list of things to sell. This year, this piece in this on the left here, I probably could do something else with. Yeah. We're going to sell some mushrooms. Mushrooms, I think, make quite a bit of money. What happens here when we go across? That's quite a bit. There we go. Kiwi Junior? I know who Kiwi is, but I don't know who Kiwi Junior is. Welcome in, Open Road Odyssey. How are you doing? Welcome to the channel. And it's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. I'm Kiram Gaming. I'm Canadian, so I'm not Kiwi. Maple syrup, okay? Or a Canuck. Actually, that's what we are. We're Canucks. Or maybe a loon, because we're a little loony too at the same time. But welcome in. Kiwi Jr., doing good. Swing by to say hi. Well, I appreciate you, sir. Thank you for jumping in. I don't mind being adopted by a Kiwi, okay? It's all good. Thank you. All right. You caught me off guard. Good thing I'm not on camera. I'm a little red in the cheeks. All right. Here we go. Oh, I got my other truck over here. Interesting. I'm just gonna park this over here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and load up. This truck, I guess. Yeah, well, I appreciate him. He's always been a good, prominent supporter of the channel. And I've always supported his channel as well. since I've known him. I think I've known him for about almost a year now. So, we kinda complement each other that way, which is cool. Oh, crikey. Uh, I have to fix something. My steering wheel went all loosey-goosey on me. Fix that. But, yeah, he's good people. I've enjoyed his live streams, since I've gotten to know him. I've been on a few of his live streams as well, which is cool. Very chill guy. Tech savvy too. I like that, as well. This is all mucked up, isn't it? Flip that over. There we go. There. And, oh, if you can hit me up with a like, everybody that's, watching my live stream, I would do me a solid favor if you could do that. That way the stream can get a little bit of love from the algorithm. Algorithm seems to like thumbs up for some reason. Especially on a Friday night. Give it a little bit of visibility love. I don't know if I should put this one on. I don't think so. I want to put another. But yeah, guys, you guys should check out Kiwi's channel. I should probably mention that. If you're not subscribed to Kiwi, this, do I have it right? Let's try this command. Let's see if that works. Yeah, there you go. Just hit that link. It'll take you to his channel. And it'll ask you a small little question if you want to subscribe. Hit subscribe. He does farming simulator content just like me. And he's a pretty cool, chill guy. So check out his channel. And tell him I said hello if you're in a live stream. Oh, and the other thing about his channel too, he does a lot of multiplayer stuff. So as you know, I usually do a lot of single player stuff. So if you want to join in on a multiplayer stream, he does a lot of multiplayer stuff. On top of that, it's not PC only. So you can do, what else is there? If you're on an Xbox or a PlayStation, you can join in and join his live stream, which is good fun. And he does all sorts of different maps. So it's good fun. I've joined him on a few because he had like a series where he was doing some pretty like crazy difficult crops. So mainly root crops for the most part. I think he did sugar cane. He did sugar beets. He did carrots. Those types of crops, the ones that people usually, pull their hair out with. I think he even did cotton too. Cotton's actually not too bad, but anyways, it's not as fast as how do you say it? Doing like a wheat harvest or something like that. He's done a lot of silage harvest. Those are good fun as well. I'm gonna probably take these back to the other farm, I think. I'll load this one up. Can I get in there? Yep. So I've enjoyed doing those. All right, let's grab that. So I've got 2 trailers here, so I'm gonna just this is wood chips, by the way, so they don't like to be sold. Just gonna load them on a separate trailer. I think would be a better idea, I think. But he's probably been promoting my channel quite a bit as of late. Because I am trying to get up to 1,000 subscriptions. And one thing that I don't usually do is a lot of multiplayer stuff on my channel. So what I had decided to do was host a multiplayer server and do a 24-hour live stream. And I've also, when I do hit the 1,000, I am opening it up to content creators to join in and live stream. So as an example, when I start live streaming, I will be live streaming, Kiwi will be live streaming, and also the Sim guy will be live streaming, and probably a few other content creators will be live streaming with me when I do that celebratory kind of what do you call it? Celebratory 1,000 subscription live stream, 24-hour live stream. So that'll be the plan. Also, people from the community will be able to join in as well. The other thing about it too is it is not going to be PC only. It will be available for cross-platform compatibility, which will be the focus. So if I do have people in my community that are on Xbox and on PlayStation that play this game. It'll be their opportunity to well, play Farming Simulator with me. Because I have been asked for quite some time, hey, do you play on Xbox, or do you play Xbox compatible maps or PlayStation compatible maps? And the honest truth, no, I don't. But that it'll be the exception to the rule. So people will be able to join in on their console if they want to. So and that's one of the reasons why Kiwi has been promoting my channel. He really wants to see me finally get up to 1,000 subscribers, as do I. So, which is cool. All right. Also, other people too, I imagine, want me to get finally up to 1,000 at some point. All right. Do 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 do. Right, do it in here. I'll load this up. Also, folks, be sure to check my feeds. If I'm not live streaming, I will actually promote other content creators on my community section on my YouTube channel. So, as an example, Eric the Crazy Viking, I've done Kiwi a few times, Argsy Gaming, the Sim guy, who's been a part of my channel for quite some time. Also, not just Farming Simulator people. There is a content creator friend of mine that's from Jamaica. I will usually post her channel as well from time to time. So if you just need to talk or have a chill moment, she's usually a pretty chill person. So I usually join in on her live streams, and she just talks about, Jamaica and cooking and stuff like that, which I find fascinating and interesting. There's Nick Kelly as well, who's been a part of my channel. He has a YouTube channel. He does gaming and conversation, a lot of conversation, and I don't know, kind of goes back and forth. A lot of the times it's conversation. He has a huge group of people too. Anyways, whatever comes up, I usually post whoever's live streaming, and if I am watching or remember to post, I will. All right, I'll load this up here. Got a lot of stuff to load, don't I? I probably should have moved that tractor back here. This truckload will probably get me about around 100K, I think, or maybe over. Sure. So, also, if you guys are looking for another Canadian content creator, group, I should say, it's a family actually. Get you that. Is it 3Js? 3J? Let's see if that pops up. Yeah. There we go. So it's a family so it's a family that runs the channel, which is James, Jess, and Juan, which is a good channel to check out. They're Canadian. And they do different games. At the moment, I think James is live streaming at the moment. But you get Juan on there and you get Jess. Juan and Jess, they do more farming simulator content. And Juan actually has another channel. He is actually a Canadian truck driver with Trapline Transport. So if you want to see scenery or YouTube having to do with, let me think here. That's a separate channel. I'll post that in a sec. But in beautiful British Columbia, and trust me that it's beautiful. There's mountains. He has to drive through the mountains. He's got to travel to, I don't know, the island. He's got videos going to Victoria Island, taking a, I think it's a Super Bee or a, I don't know. It's two trailers, basically. I'm not really a trucker, so I don't know the terminology, but he has to transport lumber materials, the hay bales, all sorts of stuff on British Columbian roads and Albertan roads and all across Canada. And it's generally always two trailers, which isn't easy. He'll drive them on, logging roads and take it on a ferry to get to the island. He'll have to back the trailers up into, weird, woodlot areas and all sorts of things. And he'll, with his knowledge, he'll educate people on the trucking business in Canada, etc. I'll get you guys a channel in a sec here. Here, actually, I'll stop right now. I'm gonna hit my, turn my tracker off. Give me a sec. Now, is trapline transport? I'm gonna see if I can find it. Yeah, Juan Rempel. Yo. I'm gonna say Canadian trucking channel. Oh, there you go. So check that channel out. Hit subscribe. If you have questions about trucking in Canada or trucking in general, he'll answer those questions to the best of his ability. Some of the trucking videos are pretty crazy and gnarly. And a lot of scenery too. So if you want to, he's got over the years, he's, you know, reinvested into the YouTube channel where he's got mounted cameras all over the truck. Okay, so he's got cameras in cab, on the mirrors, and on the front of the cab and the rear of the cab. And he records from all of them, and then he puts them together into a video. And then Jess also helps as well on the video. She usually, I'm pretty sure she probably does more than this, but I know she'll actually show a map route of what the actual pathway or what route he's doing. So you can kind of get a sense of where he's traveling from and to. So it's a really interesting channel, especially considering, you know, some of the sophisticated stuff he has to do. You know, it's not all just driving on a freeway. Some of it's like, you know, like on a Forest Service road, ice road, like icy condition road. He has to put snow chains on, and he's generally, for the most part, always taking 2 trailers. So, and sometimes he's got to back up the truck, and I don't know. It's kind of crazy. So I enjoy the channel myself for those reasons, because it's complicated and interesting. Okay, let's put the tractor on. Yes. Oh, I gotta fix that. I'm gonna have to set a different button. I'm gonna put the tracker on manually in the app. I'll have to change the keybind. Oh. But he's on the 3J's channel too. So he does FS22 live streams with vintage tractors. To my knowledge, yeah, the Through the Years map, I think it is. Yeah. And then he does Ganundental map, and there's an interesting story behind that. So he's actually the man that pretty much paid for the Ganundental map. So if you play on that Canadian map, he's the guy that made it possible, pretty much. Well, he's not the person that made it, but he talked to a map developer. I forget his name, something Thunder. Anyways, he paid, I think on Patreon or something like that, to have the map made. I'd like to have a map of my hometown and then poof, it became a reality. First released, I think, on FS22, and recently it's been brought over to 25. I think Bear, I think you play on that, don't you? Can't remember who does. I think you play on it, or someone from my community I know plays on it. Uh, but yeah, just a little history lesson on that. It's kind of neat. And it's a Canadian map too. So yeah, so that's a lot of shout outs for people. There's a lot of people that I can shout out for. Um, there's Eric the Crazy Viking. He's been part of my community. I mentioned Nick Kelly as well. Um, I watch a lot of Eric the Crazy Vikings channel because he does a lot of vlogging. Um, and it's multiplayer and construction too. So always find that fascinating. To my understanding, he also works in the construction industry. So if you watch him on a live stream and he's operating an excavator, that's the reason why. If you're like, wow, you're doing that fantastic. That's the reason why. So I think we're almost got this cleared out. Go. So no music this live stream. I've got a whole huge shot of coffee, so kind of in the talkative mood today. I figured no music today. Oh, oh boy, that's crazy. Right. Da, 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 da. I'm gonna put this wood chips over here. I probably need to go on the other side and load all those wood chips onto the back of this. Also, I'm going to thank everybody that has subscribed to the channel, especially from the World of Warcraft community. I was wasn't sure if I would get subscribers from there. I've gotten a few over the years here and there, but I haven't had a lot of success rate with it. But I've noticed that people are subscribing and watching my content, so I appreciate you. There will be more World of Warcraft content coming. What else? I'm inkling to get back into Where Winds Meet as well. Just to continue my character's progression into the storyline as well. So that will be coming soon. Dune Awakening content will be coming as well. Haven't been in there for a while. We'll get there. I like playing all sorts of different types. These are pretty much my primary games that I like to play. I'm waiting for Transport Fever 3 to come. That kind of looks like an interesting game, which I think will be coming, what, later this month or something? So that'll be kind of cool. show this. I'll go park this right here. I usually park it right on this little pad right here, which works good for me. And then I usually pull the truck in around over there. So, I am building this, by the way. So I got quite a few building projects. I'm trying to get this repaired. And I've got a few other things going on. I got a bridge to build. So we're going to actually sell the material in the back here, I guess. It's all strapped in. We're going to go sell this. And then we're going to load up furniture next. So that's next. Stuff to sell. Go up the hill. The buggy. Okay, rocking and rolling. Oh yeah. Okay. Market's over there. And then in the far distance is where my furniture factory is. Now we'll be loading this truck with the furniture, I believe. And maybe other products too. Alright, go this way. All right. Da 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 da. Undo the straps. $112,000. Yeah. Or no, 154,000. Yeah. How much money I've got? Do 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 do. I've also got some furniture to sell, which is just down here. So we'll be loading this up with furniture. All right, now jump in here. Yeah, I've got a lot of furniture to load up. In case people want to know, I've got probably about 4 telehandlers, maybe 5, 4 or 5. I love using telehandlers. Don't have very many forklifts. But quite a bit of, yeah, it's still respawning. Yeah, look, they're still respawning. It's kind of odd. The spawn point is like so wide, but it's only doing single row. Don't quite understand that. And I'm using universal auto load. So I could easily drive up the trailer and probably auto load all of this, but I kind of like using my equipment this way. Find it relaxing and a chill. Think I can probably get 2, can I? Yep. Not sure how much money I'm gonna get for this. Hopefully I got a fair amount. $2,000. All right. So that's 2. And then I just have to do the ones, two more in the front here. This actually went really quick. Usual. I suppose it would have taken a lot longer if I had a whole whack just spawning out everywhere. The distinct possibility too. I might be just helping myself out here. All right. I'm probably going to need to put a repair shop down. This machine's getting wrecked. Just I'll load this up. I don't know if I have paper popping out. Oh, I do have one piece of paper. You can probably load that up. All right, forward we go. All right, while we're here, so I'm gonna give you guys a link to Eric the Crazy Viking channel. So he's my latest member. So thank you, Eric, for becoming a member of my channel and buying a channel membership. Guys, check out his channel. He does farming simulator content, like I said before. And he does a lot of multiplayer farming simulator content. If you are looking to get a farm sim stick, like a Thrustmaster stick, or maybe buy the game, he's a Thrustmaster partner and a Giants partner. So all sorts of cool stuff going on there. He got his son live streaming recently, so he joins as well. His son is on the live streams from time to time. He's trying to get his channel up as well. Actually, I probably will post his up too. I'll find it in a sec. But he streams with his dad and a few other, which is Eric, by the way, and a few others as well. Like there's usually about 5 of them on a map for Farming Simulator, and they're doing construction, logging, all on Farm Sim, and they do whatever you call it. They do Farm Sim as well, like farming, but usually there's a lot of heavy equipment stuff on there, so which is always interesting to see. Let me see if I can find his channel. And he does a lot of shout out of channels too, so you might, if you're looking for other farming simulator channels, like me, I shout out as well. Go to the post section on Eric the Crazy Vikings area, like he'll shout out Right Clan Gaming. He shouted out me as well. He'll shout out Kiwi, Farmhand Andy. Yeah, it's a huge community promoter, which is fantastic. He's promoted my channel quite a bit too, so give him a big props up. I'm going to try to find his son's channel. Give me a second here. Crazy Viking. Why don't they put the channels in alphabetical order? Ah, perfect. Nikolaya. Yeah, Nikolaya. So this would be Eric's son. So Nikolaya the Crazy Viking. I probably should make a short, whatever you call it, a command for his channel. He's got 183 subscribers, so he he could use some subscription love as well. His channel. Subscription. Ta-da. There. That's Nikolai's channel. He's got even a couple of unboxing videos as well. You can check out his shorts. He does War Thunder. Looks like he's done some live streaming for War Thunder at one point. And then he does a lot of live streaming with his dad on the same maps and stuff like that. So, some really cool stuff. Check it out. Just swing this way. The heck is this? Chipboard, I think. Yep. I can probably start loading the truck with some of these materials. Oh. There we go. I just decided to reload that. It didn't look like it was going to keep the... Did I go the wrong way? Nope, I'm fine. Here. I've also got a Cooper here, so I probably have to load up products there. Oh, I've got a lot of product loading. This is my lumber mill. All right. The lumber, I will move those off to the side. I can't remember why I'm spawning these out. I think probably for my construction project. Or project, I should say. Alright. Damn. What are we doing for time? About 2 hours in live stream. Oh, that's crazy. Chipboard's just a popping out. So I'm going to probably live stream for about another hour, I think. I think this stream's going to be selling stuff. Oh. Hoping that I might hit back up to about 15 mil. I've got equipment that I can sell too. I have to remember that because I've got a lot of equipment sitting on the main farm that I honestly am not using a hell of a lot. So because I've got either newer equipment that does the same thing better. So I probably might need to start doing that to recoup some of my money. And maybe I might get more space on my farm. There. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. I'm gonna just push this back a bit. Da, 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 da. There we go. Chipboard's coming out big time. I don't have anything that really uses chipboard at the moment, so what I do is I just sell it. That might change, because I think there is some productions that do use it, but I currently do not use chipboard. Go figure. Have to pull. I think I'm gonna pull this out of here. I might just start stacking it in here, maybe. Like 2,000 meters of chipboard. Here. One more of these. On. Why it doesn't stack higher. I'm just gonna pop these on top, because it doesn't seem to do. Doesn't really universal auto load the second the any higher, unless you do it the real way, which is you hit like Control R with your keyboard. It'll do it. Go ahead and grab. The microphone's popping again, isn't it? There you go. Let's reseated the USB cable. Oh, if that'll fix it, probably not. I think I have to find another USB port for the mic. I had it in a good port at one point, and it I moved the camera to that port, so fiddle around in the background, I guess, to see if I can make some adjustments. It's definitely popalicious, isn't it? Might try to figure that out after my live stream. Back up. Grab that. Oh. Crikey. That's a mess. Alright. I think that's about as many as I'm going to fit on there for now. I'll take that load back. Alright, I'm going to turn here. I don't know if I own this property. I probably check. I'd like to take all those trees out and maybe do something with this part here at some point. All right, we're gonna turn. Do 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 do. 200. Holy crow! Yeah, I'm up to 15 million again. There you go. I'm on the right path. Most of that's due to chipboard sales, I think. Which is good. Already spitting out new furniture there. That's good. Here. Oh. Here. Perfect. Fantastic. Da 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 da. Hello, Mr. Eric. Welcome in, sir. Well, I was hoping to do some logging, but I didn't get around to it. I am shipping and receiving today. I like all sorts of wood products here. But how are you doing today, sir? And thank you for the membership, by the way. Kudos to you. I was shouting your praises earlier today, and your son's praises as well. So I've been just shouting out the channels. But everybody, you guys gotta check out Eric's channel, as mentioned. Especially if you like heavy equipment. Lots of heavy equipment. But overall, it's been pretty good. I've got a lot of material. I decided to start stacking this stuff over here. I'm recouping my costs as well. Overall. There we go. Oh, and I'm trying the new I-beam tracker, by the way. Well, the newest beta, they came out with one. They've got profiles now, Eric. Profiles. So as an example, if you play Farm Sim, you can set up a profile for that, and then you can set up another profile for, like, I don't know, American Truck Simulator, or I don't know, bus simulator, whatever, a construction simulator maybe. I'm not sure which other games, but yeah, they added profiles. You can export and save the profiles too. So if you uninstall like I-beam tracker, you can actually export it, which is freaking awesome. I covered most of it at the beginning of my live stream. So I did that. And then there's I'm not sure if the setting was there all along, but there's a setting if you walk away from your computer, it'll shut the tracker off. So that's there as well. So. And supposedly there's some new keybinds too, but I don't know. Apparently you don't have to do Control X and stuff, so I think there's a few other keys you can program. which is probably what I'm going to probably do later. See if I can do that because Control X, I do use that for. I want to try to use a different key combination of some sorts because I use that in Farm Sim still. So I try to figure that out. And there's some performance improvements too, apparently, with regards to the cameras working with it. I don't know the specifics on that. But anyways, it's a new beta that's out, so people can get their hands on it. I talked about it at the beginning, and then I also talked about the Elgato keyboard. I was mentioning that to people. Well, Corsair Elgato keyboard is basically Steam Deck, or sorry, Stream Deck built into the keyboard, sort of a mini Stream Deck. It's a bit expensive though. It's like $500 Canadian. I'm not sure what it is American or anywhere else, but it's by a partnership between Elgato and Corsair. So I talked a bit about that too at the beginning of the live stream. All right. But other than that, it's been pretty chill for a Friday night. Moving into Saturday in about 3 minutes or so. What time is it? I'm going to probably go for another 45 minutes. So I'm going to do probably a 3-hour live stream today. And then I'll probably shoot you guys over to Kiwi, who's live streaming at the moment. And then I'm going to try to figure out if I can find a better USB port for my microphone. Because I moved the camera into, I think, the microphone USB port to fix some issues with the camera. Unfortunately, from time to time, my microphone is now crackling, so I'll have to figure that out, I guess. Yeah, that's sorted. Hopefully I don't have something else in a particular slot next to it that I need to have in that spot. Corsair merged with Elgato. Oh, they did? Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that. I thought they were always a separate company all along. Huh. Well, that's good to know. I love their, like I said, I got like 2 Stream Decks. I've got their microphone. I've got their webcam. Well, one of their webcams. And I'm also using their boom arms. I love their boom arms for my microphone. I got 2 of them. I'd love to get the keyboard, but it's a little pricey. It's like $500. I was like, no, I don't think I'll do that. I've already got 2 Stream Decks, so I was like, nope. They bring it down to like $200, probably maybe I would consider getting one. But not 500. No. No, 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 no. Because that's like practically like a steering column and all of that. It's like, I was like, I don't know about that. Oh no. Get like a steering column and pedals and all of that for that price. But I am intrigued. I think it's about time that they like had programmable buttons. I think that's kind of a neat concept. But I don't know. I think it's because they don't have a competitor that does the streaming stuff, do they? I'm not sure if there is a competitor out there that does like something similar to a Stream Deck that I'm aware of. If there was a competitor in the market, maybe the price would come down. I don't know. Pop this up here. I don't know how many more of these fit on here. But mind you, all of that kind of stuff is usually pretty hefty in price. But all right, put that. That way. Yeah, so yeah, I don't think this stream's going to be much logging, guys. I think it's going to be. I probably should have chose a better thumbnail. Should have went with shipping and receiving or something like that. Well, they're somewhat lumber related because I am working with lumber products. Whoops. To a degree. Can I fit another? But I am recouping my costs. I was at like 14 million and I'm back up to 15 million. So it's a well-deserved situation, I guess. I'm gonna see if I could probably fit 2 more of these. What are they called? Are they frames? I don't know what they are. Prefab walls. Probably get about 2 of them up there. Let's do that. I don't think I can put this up. I'm gonna park this probably right over here, probably. Put that up. Yep. The tracker performance is better, though, I will say that. So I'm not experiencing simulator sickness like I did before. Not that I've had a lot of simulator sickness with the use of it. Oh dear. Just only the last live stream, I think, out of the amount of live streams that I did. But part of it, I think, was having to do with the calibration off. And I was doing a heck of a lot of in-cab work like I am right now. So, and my whole live stream so far has been in this machine. Just pull in here. At least it's not only harvesting the same over and over, and productions are a thing in the game. Yeah, that's true. I did do some cow work today, though. I'll mention that. So, Bear was in and he was asking me about chocolate, and I thought, no, I'm all set up. I'm all good to go, which was apparently a mishap on my part, because I need actually cow milk. So if he hadn't mentioned or started talking about my chocolate making, I wouldn't have. I would have been under the assumption that my water buffalo milk would do the trick. And I looked at it and it was like, oh darn, nope, this is not going to do it. Same with cheese too, apparently. I can make mozzarella cheese, but I can't make regular cheese. So because he mentioned that, I had to go and look in there, and I was like, oh. So what I did was I sold half of my water buffalo, and I made a profit, and then I repurchased regular cows. So I have now my one dairy farm, or my one milk farm, or whatever kind of farm, herd farm, cattle farm. Yeah, half of it is water buffalo and half of it is Holstein cows. So I'm now doing milk as well, so that I can do the chocolate. Now here's the real kicker. I was going mainly focused on cake, and I thought, oh, I'm all set for cake. Guess what? I can't do cake with buffalo milk. I have to do it with cow milk. So my whole plan went pretty much up in the air at that point. So I'm just glad that someone had asked me about those productions, but because now I've got them set up the way I need them. So part of it, I didn't know if you could mix match. Like I thought for a while, I was like, oh well, you got to have a one farm for buffalo and then one for cows. But I can actually put cows and buffaloes together. Apparently, I don't want this up there. So yeah, that's a saving grace. Because I was planning on doing this, and if he hadn't said that, asked me about my chocolate production, I would be just in here doing what I'm doing right now, and then it would be like 2 or 3 streams later, and then I'll be like, well, how come I'm not getting cake? And then I'll look at the recipe. Oh crap! I need cow milk. I can't make it with buffalo milk. So yeah, I was pretty much saved there. But I'm back on course there, and I learned that I could put 2 animal types on the farm, which is good because I don't really have the room to put down another barn. I mean, I could buy property, but um, I'd be pretty much dumping it on a field, and I really don't like doing that. I already did that with like my potato chip factory, which I'm kind of regretting. So I need to chop down more trees, I guess. I have to kill more trees, really. Probably over here, but I really don't want it over here. So I'm beside myself on what I'm going to do. I am going to be able to put some goats down at some point because I've got a ton of like hay and maybe sheep. I wonder if you can mix match sheep and goats. I don't know. So go figure. I'm gonna just put these ones over here as I can. I don't think I can fit another one of these on the back. I'm maxed out. Trying to get to the lumber behind. There we go. So that was kind of my live stream so far today. And then mostly just kind of like trying to sell stuff, get money back. I usually like to sell stuff during January, but January is also my time I like to do logging at the same time. So or I mean in the winter months, I mean, because nothing's growing, right? And usually most of the time I finish everything up adequately. But I am stretching out January because I've got the time shut down to like real time. So I'm getting a little bit more game time in this particular month compared to being on 5. I think I'm usually on 5 times. So dump this over here. I don't know any production that takes prefab walls. I think they're basically either good for selling or construction material for some of the building projects. I believe that's what they're for. These are what I'm after here. And then I'm going to try to get crikey, all of that's popping. I'm going to leave that for now. That's fine. All right, I'm going to take this over here. I'll probably pick this up. I don't have a lot coming out of the Cooper, so that's good. I guess I can go back and forth with this. This Cooper is not doing a lot. So that's fantastic. I think I cleaned that out on the last live stream. So I think I'm catching up. So I've got mainly a lot of these prefab walls. I'm going to go back over here and just grab that last one and haul it over here too. Instead of moving the truck over there. No point moving that over there. There we go. All right. Let's go over here. Exactly. Yeah. There's a lot you can do. Okay, I'm just gonna park this here. Gonna just try. We'll come back and load up these prefab walls later. The auto load, I noticed, doesn't auto load a second layer for those. So yeah, I'm gonna make some money. Go sell this and make some money. That's one of the reasons why I went with this, with Farming Simulator. I thought about like Construction Simulator, but that's mainly just, you know, construction, right? So I kind of like a wide variety of doing different things, and I don't think Construction Simulator would meet my variety need, I think. So I don't even think there is a game out there that is comparable to Farming Simulator. I could be wrong. I don't know. I've never really looked. I just enjoy Farming Simulator. It does what I need it to do. So And I don't feel restricted or anything. Uh, like I enjoy this. I know a lot of people like Mud Runner. I'm not a big fan of Mud Runner. Sorry, Mud Runner people. But I think the only thing with Mud Runner is like you're just expected to run through mud. Um, Whereas I actually like to just, just get on the farm, do something, log. Um, and I'm not restricted by a mission or anything. Uh, it's a sandbox. Yeah, that's the better word. Yeah, we're gonna make some money. I'm gonna hoping I get up to about 100K out of this load. All right, food in here. I always hit C to look out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's like 200K ish. Sure if I was able to mathematically count it all. I skipped the dollars and cents in my mathematical count. Might be a little bit less than that or more. I don't know. So I'm recouping all my money. This is fantastic. I'm really happy about that. And I still got more stuff over at the main farm that I have to sell. So I've got potato chips that I need to load up on here. I'll go this way. I always go around the other side of the building, but I never go this way. Cleaning group. How's my gas? My gas is fine. We'll get the rest of the prefab walls loaded up, and then we will head down to the other farm and load up potato chips. I hope I can get all of these into one load. All right. How are we doing for time? Another 30 minutes. Yep, you've got access to all of the what do you call them? The emojis. I'm maxed out on emojis. Eventually, I did enjoy doing the emojis. I'll be able to do more. I think how emojis work is that you need like a certain number of subscriptions in order to make more. So I had those in there for a while. And then I also have trophies too for people that are members for a while. They get, I think, like a trophy badge. I think you have one because I know you've been a member to my channel for a while. So different trophies for the length of time that a person's been a member. Which have maple leafs. I've kind of gone all Canadian. And then there's crows too. I do like crows. I know a lot of people don't like crows, but I do like crows. And ravens as well. Have crows and ravens where I live. Not so much ravens where I specifically live, like in my city, because that's where the crows live. But if I go out for a hike or something, there's usually ravens. I think crows, why I like crows the most, is because they're a community bird. That's the main reason why, I think. And I don't know, they're kind of like, I guess a little bit like wolves in a way, right? And also they're very intelligent birds too, which I can admire. So those are probably the main reasons why I'm fascinated by crows. And I get a lot of them. Like every morning we get like a flock right on our grass. So they're always there looking for worms, or they'll be at the bird feeder trying to get something to eat. And we have quite a bit. Like they'll come at a certain time, but I kid you not, if you like usually during the day you don't see them. I mean, you might see the odd crow here and there and here or there, but you go ahead and you take like a bunch of like, I don't know, sunflower seeds or bread or anything, and if you were to put it out on the street, you'd get like at least about 100 crows coming in. Not all at once, but they'll eventually come in. It's kind of like crows are like scouts, they have their scouts. So you get like the odd one or two crows that you will see. But realistically, there's probably over 100 to 200 somewhere. You just don't know where they are. They're just up in the tree hiding or wherever they go. But as soon as that one scout crow finds food or something, boy, oh boy, they just start coming in droves. So one day I went ahead and I had thrown a bunch of sunflower seeds on the main road. I don't do it anymore, and I'll explain why I don't do it anymore. I had like probably over 200 crows swooping in on the road, and they made quite a racket. And this is why I don't do it anymore. One of my neighbors went out with a BB gun and started shooting at them. So it's like, okay. Well, that's a bad idea. At the same time, I probably broke a bylaw probably doing it, but I only did it the one time. And then I said, well, there's two things that could happen. One, I can get in trouble with a fine and anger my neighbors. And two, well, if my neighbor shoots one of them, one of the crows could get shot and die. So it's like, no, I don't think I want that. So I stopped doing it. But they act way differently. Like they're well behaved if they're like looking for worms, right? Or they'll come to the grass. I don't know what it is, but grass seems to keep them quite calm. So if you put something on the grass or whatnot, they're pretty calm. And they'll just come down, they'll fly down, they'll be quiet, and they'll just start pecking at whatever is on the grass, or they'll be getting worms. But if you put something on the road, that's different. They seem to like do a lot of cawing, and they seem to be a little bit more rambunctious on concrete. I don't know, maybe because they're more exposed or something. I don't know. I suppose it depends on how much food you put out too, right? I probably put about 2 handfuls of sunflower seeds that day. So, but I don't do it anymore. I was like, no, I don't really want to disturb my neighbors. All right, let's see how much money we get here. So that's my crow story. Am I selling all of this? Yeah, selling. Perfect. 163. Yes, big money. Big money. That's one of that's the one thing I like about doing like lumber products. You're always pretty much guaranteed to make big money off of the production stuff. Even if you sell like, I don't know, wood chips too. I was like, holy crow. A lot of stuff here. Okay, let's go down this road. I'm gonna go over here. I'll take a detour. But yeah, here comes a train. Yeah, that's the weird thing about this map. Literally, if I'm in this area, I see the train a lot more. Like it seems to do a lot more like loops or something. But then, you know, if I'm in a different area, it's not so much. I can't really explain it. Like it seems like it goes a lot quicker around the tracks and tries to purposely run into me or something. I don't know. I'm just paranoid. But there's quite a bit of track on this map. But it seems to do loops pretty quickly. It's kind of weird. But you know, it seems like, I don't know, when I'm selling stuff is when it's actually, you know, running quite a bit. I don't know how to explain it. Because there's been moments where I've been over here like doing other things, but I'm not really selling anything. And you don't see the train. So I don't know. I might be just a Looney Tune. And I'm just thinking more into it than what's actually going on. All right. I'm going to sell these prefabs and then we will head to the farm because I have potato chips over there. The other thing I can sell too is I've got a lot of silage and I've got a lot of hay, like in the millions or something like that too. But I usually keep that for like looking after my animals. Sort of doing that. All right. I like to put stuff into production pretty much. I have sold some stuff to like biogas plant. I've done that. But I do like having like a healthy stockpile of straw, silage, so that if I don't feel like doing a lot of farming, then I know that I have at least a fair amount of material for quite a while, where I don't have to like, oh crap, I gotta go out and get straw or something like that, right? I think some people have been around, have experienced that, I bet. Maybe. All right. Up in 40,000. Okay, we're going to the other farm now. We're gonna get potato chips. Potato chips, I was amazed. They get you quite a bit of money too. I do have to planting some more potatoes because I'm fresh out and it seems like that they are really putting up the potato chips. So I do that. And the potatoes that I harvested, if I'm not mistaken, they were generic yield because I had bought the field with the potatoes on it. So I'm kind of curious what will happen if I like do the whole liming and fertilizing and all that stuff, if I will get a higher yield. I imagine I will. So we'll see. And then, like I said, on the right-hand side with all this lumber, it's all coming down. That's going to be a vineyard of some sort. Probably an olive grove. I got to clean up all that wood. That'll be my next project. There's my cows. Happy cow. Chickens and my manure. Let's go check out my bridge, guys. I haven't really talked about my bridge much. So as you know, I already have one bridge built, but here's my next bridge. Just spin around here. So it's sort of underway, as you can see. So I don't think this one's going to be similar to, well, I guess the boat could go through there, like between those two big giant pylons there. I'm not sure if it's going to be similar, like where the bridge raises up or not. How are we doing for supplies over here? I need cement bags. Yeah. So I've been cranking out cement like crazy. These building projects are thirsty for cement. When we get back to the other farm, I'll have to see what we have. Oh, it looks like I got a thing to sell over there. But this bridge I just went over, that was built. I did that. That was my first bridge. I think there's a total of like 7 to 8 bridges. So yeah, there's a lot of cement you need and wood products to get them going. Go over here. Here's the main farm. Here's my potato chips. They're just stacking up. Sugar cane. Oh, this is all sugar cane. That's on the ground here. I don't have a storage for it. I've got sugar cane over here growing. Harvested. It's supposed to grow again. I hope it will. Fertilizer seems off. Why it says 50%. Maybe I have to spray it again or something. I have to slurry spread it maybe again. All right. Over here. Mushroom farm. Mushrooms, make a lot of money off of mushrooms. Cement over here. This is all the stones that I picked off the field. And this is just full. I think that's just going to do that for a while. All right. Start loading da 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 da. That's a sugarcane cake trailer. Over here. How are we doing for time here? I think I'll make this my last task. At least get all of the potato chips loaded and sold and call it a live thing. This is more of a logistical live stream. And I'm guessing probably next stream I will be doing the logging because I think I've got pretty much everything cleaned up. Or sold. So because I've slowed down time. I'm on realistic time. And then I'll have at least 1 month of 1 month in February where I can do logging and mining, all that kind of stuff. So I'll probably focus on that. And then I will be, then once we get into March, it'll be growing season. So I will have to start planting my next crop, which I think is sorghum, if I'm not mistaken. And I'll have to figure out why that field is not showing as fertilized or something. Maybe I'll have to put liquid fertilizer on it, maybe. That's a possibility. Not sure what's going on there. Because I did go over it with slurry. Kind of puzzled. I'll figure that out, I guess. It's getting dark. And the lights on. And I have to do some map editing on this map. I don't know what happened, but there is some essential mining mods or that's required, and they've disappeared. So there's a lot of how do I put it? There is a lot of, I think here, there's a lot of placeables already on the map, and some of them are hidden. Some of them show up whenever you build something, or there's some of them show up when you buy a property. That's sort of how it works. At some point over my mining area, a lot of stuff disappeared. So like my lime factory disappeared. I don't know what caused it. It just vanished. So, and I didn't know about it until recently. So the lime factory I fixed, but I have a number of these little mining conveyor belts and they act as a placeable that gives you sand and iron ore, and they give you salt, I think, and coal. And so at some point they all disappeared. There's quite a few of them. So what I'm going to have to do, I've been putting it off because I know it's a little bit involved, especially the amount that I need to put down, because there was a lot that were missing, and I'm not kidding. There's probably, I'm going to say, if I was to guess, maybe about 30 of these placeables that handle that kind of thing, right? Those particular fill types. And they're gone. So I gotta go into, I think, the placeable. What I need to do is I have to start a new map, a game save, get the placeable XML out of the new game save, and then pull out of that the coding, or the XML coding for the missing placeables, and put it into the placeable XML for this game save that I'm working on right now. So I had to do it once already with the Lime Factory, so it was a bit involved. So I'm probably going to have to do the same thing again. I was looking on the Trello, which basically the map maker and the modders, they have a Trello. I was trying to see if they had it as a separate mod or something like that. Unfortunately, no, because what I was going to do, I was going to cheat. Say, well, okay, I'll just put this one down here and this one down there. But nope, it doesn't work that way. So. But what it does is it basically spits out like stuff onto the ground, like iron ore on the ground and sand on the ground. That's sort of how it works. So not sure if I can get under that. So yeah. So I have to repair my game save. Somehow it must have gotten corrupted or something. I don't know. It happens. I might have cleaned it out a file or something. I don't know. There might have been an incompatibility issue when the latest DLC came out. That's a possibility too. That might have just sort of messed things up or whatnot. Because I think the new DLC has coal as a fill type, if I'm not mistaken, too. So maybe that mucked something up. I don't know. Or it could be just me. I just ran into a problem. So I don't know. Something went wrong. And any one of them is a possibility, including the DLC, because I know it was shortly after I discovered the problem shortly after the rule. But it was like 3 weeks after. So I don't know. Can't really say it's that either. So I don't know. So I'll be going into the coding and trying to fix the map once I get around to wanting to do it. Right now I don't have to go over to that area, but there's fill types over there that I will need at some point. I think we got all the potato chips. Go this way. But I'm going to say it's more of a me thing, I think, than anything else. Because I did have some game crashes, I know. which doesn't. I don't think Farm Sim does very well if you don't properly save your game files. So if you have like a computer crash or something like that, that can do damage. And I know that I have done a little bit of mod deletion too. I've been doing that. I've been trying to clear out some of the mods. Might have inadvertently removed the mod by accident because it is a mod, but it's just not. It doesn't show up as a construction placeable. It's a mod that is required for the map, but it it's separate as a mod, but you can't place it. Not sure if I'm making any sense to anyone, but I don't do map development myself, so, and I'm not a modder. So I'm trying to use words that I'm familiar with saying to explain my understanding of it. But it is a zip file mod, so this placeable. However, when it's in your mod folder, I cannot go under construction and just put it down. But it is integral for the map to run for that fill type, essentially, if that makes sense. So, and in order for me to get it back in there, I need to go into the placeable XML and extract it out of a brand new game save or something like that. So, what we'll have to do. So, anyways, I'm blabbering. Hopefully you guys know what the hell I'm talking about. If not, well, it's all right. I don't know it. I don't know it as any other way to explain it. So it's not something I do very often. Right? So if I break something, like, I really don't want to have to start this map over. So what I do is I end up just figuring out ways to fix it and patch it up. Do I do this type of stuff on a regular basis? Hell no. No. But I'm determined enough to fix a problem and savvy enough to get into trouble or try to tackle something on my own, right? So I'm one of those types of people. And if all else fails, I get chewing gum and try to chewing gum it together. Whatever, I don't. Maybe not that bad. But how much money? Oh, 191,000. Holy crow. That's not even a full trailer load. Crikey. You guys are all loud in here. Are you guys happy with your potato chips, guys? I very rarely go in here. Hopefully you enjoy all the goods. You guys look like happy people. Alright. Hey, one of these days they're gonna start talking to us in Farm Sim. Okay? It's gonna happen. They're gonna be AI in there. Oh, I say that because I play Where Winds Meet. Where Winds Meet. And you go up to an NPC and you actually have an AI chat with an NPC. So you mark my words, Farm Sim, we're going to have interactive friends talking to us if Giants decides to incorporate some sort of AI into it or whatever. That would be kind of beyond just running the fields, right? Especially if, you know, AI takes off in gaming and people like it. It could happen. You never know. Like, hey, Farmer Bob, I remember you sitting on my porch all week. You get out there and do something. Okay, we're gonna park the truck over here, I guess. Because I have a feeling I'll some more stuff. This is where my logging trailer is. I'm gonna park right about here because I don't really want to lock up. All right. So it's I went about 11 minutes over on my live stream, so it's gonna be a bit shorter today. I'm gonna shoot you guys over to Kiwi. Give me a sec to set that up. You guys can say hello to him for me. I'll probably be in there a little bit later. I'm gonna try to figure out if I can find another USB port to plug my microphone into, if I can. Which means I usually like to do that by shutting my system down. But send you guys the Kiwi so you guys can say hello to him. Hit save on that one. He's good people. Set up the other live stream. Bear with me. Find his other live stream. All right, fantastic. So yeah, guys, jump over. You guys will get redirected over there. And I'll probably be back tomorrow live streaming. Thank you everybody for the support on the channel and hanging out with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I was hoping to get logging done. Unfortunately, we didn't get to that. I think next live stream for sure. So, take care and keep on gaming. Adios.